Look, this may seem counterintuitive coming from a digital product designer, but I'm a firm believer that less screen time is completely healthy. Let's get into it. It's challenging to know that someone like myself focuses on getting outside the screen, looking at the environment around me. I think it's healthy and I think it's beneficial. You actually sit behind the desk or you're actually working in an environment where you're looking at screens for an extended amount of time. That's something that develops when you do this. It's called retinal fatigue. And this is when you have problems and you start to strain your eyesight in very dim light. And this is because you've been exposed to these lights and glare for an extended amount of time. So it withers away the strength to see for longer periods of time. And it puts a strain on your retinal. I'm no scientist, I'm no doctor, but I believe that it's healthy to get away from those screens. When you step away from those screens, you actually take the time to be immersed in your environment. How we've learned as evolutionary humans, we've learned from being in those environments. If you ever want to learn a language, you immerse yourself into that language, into that culture, and you study that environment. If you ever want to learn how animals behave or anything in its own habitat, you observe it. And you really don't get the same feeling behind the screen. You want to step away from those screens so you can actually immerse yourself and start to awaken all the senses you have so that you can be better prepared to identify and adapt to your environment. Also, another thing that I suggest is resting your eyes. Retinal fatigue is a big thing. And if you're anything like me, who actually spends a massive amount of time on a device, designing for a device, connections through a device, making business moves through a device, everything is device, screen. You want to rest your eyes. Take some time away, not looking at a screen. Read a book, look into the mountainous regions, go find something scenic so that you can actually maintain your sight for longer without straining it looking at screens all day. You're guilty of it too. So don't fret. Just make sure to include those types of moments into your day-to-day interaction. Try to be healthier in your approach in doing so. Another thing that I found useful when stepping away from screens, digital screens, is that you gain more clarity. There's less distractions that are popping up or coming at you when you're away from the screen. You don't have any notifications, whether it's Slack, an alert, or someone trying to message you or anything like that. You actually gain more clarity because you're at peace. There's less distractions. You can focus more intently. And that's very, very helpful, especially when you're doing very high strategic work or thoughtful work. Process some information. You only get the best out of yourself and the problem at hand, finding solutions when you have clarity to do that. So my suggestion is step away from those screens for a bit, right? That message can wait. That like can wait. That DM can wait. Over time, your health will benefit more, one, and you'll have more clarity of mind to do the things that you want to do for longer periods of time throughout your life. That's all I have. Simple tips to help you be a better person and live a little longer. These short bits of information can go a long way. There you have it. I know if you've ever wondered why I don't do 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or full-on hour videos, and that's because I practice what I preach. I want you to have really valuable insights, very strategic things to work towards, but save your eyes, keep you healthy. So if you found value in this video, give it a like, share it with someone you feel can benefit from the content, and consider subscribing. You know, it'll make things between you and I a little bit more fun. As always, your life has color, so make sure to design it that way. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Can you see me? Really? Really? What about now? See? That eye strain, retinal fatigue is a thing. But you can't see me now. Yeah. And then with the lights, you're like zombified.